Hello and welcome all you softball fans for another installment of high school softball on your sports network. Ty Bartella at the Cavelli Sports Complex, home of the Youngstown State University Penguins, hosted by the Ursuline Fighting Irish. We got the most premier softball matchup of the 2024 season. It's the number 10 ranked in the nation 2023 defending state champions, the Austintown Fitch Falcons, taking on the number 9 ranked team in the nation, the perfect 22-0 Walsh Jesuit Warriors. It is Georgia Tech commit junior Sydney Watts in the circle for Fitch. It is Minnesota senior commit for the Walsh Jesuit Warriors and Natalie Sousa. Falcons, the home team on the scoreboard. Walsh Jesuit is away. Starting lineup for the Warriors as follows. Sienna Templey leads things off, followed by Zoe Schmidt. Michaela McGee bats third. Kaylee Shawless bats fourth. Renee Brown fifth. Mia Berquist bats sixth as a designated player. Ella Gerard seventh. Natalie Sousa eighth. And Brianna Wise batting ninth. Our umpiring crew today is going to be George Goulis, Raymond Isla, John Fazio, and Andrew Guzowski. Great crowd on hand today. You had to get here early. The spots are filling up, and there's plenty of people for both the Warriors and the Falcons here today. Both teams donning white. Fitch in the pinstripe unis with the navy pinstripe, navy Fitch across the chest. Warriors in the white unis. The maroon showing and yellow numbering. Ball one to Tepley. Watts this season, 20-1 record, 0.49 ERA, 247 strikeouts across 114 and a third innings of work. Falcons winning a nail-biter 2-1 against Amherst Steel in the Sweet 16 round to get here. Warriors got the run rule win in 5 innings against the Riverside Beavers to book their ticket here. One of 3 regional final matchups for free on the network today. You saw Canfield defeat Buckeye 3-0 earlier today. Our man Anthony Hartwig got the call on that one. DJ Yoakley and Anthony Hartwig going to have the South Range champion call as well. 2-1 the call now on Tepley as Watts finds the zone. Defensively around Watts, Folkwine's behind the dish. Toth at first, Severn at second, Ayla Ray at short, Morgan Roby third. In the outfield, it's Jorge in left, Kayliana Ray in center, and Rachel Spalding in right. The 2-1. Just outside, ball 3, 3-1. Warriors looking for a leadoff runner aboard. Often talked about this matchup throughout the season. Everyone kind of had the whispers, the rumblings of these two teams were going to lock horns at some point. And we expected it to be later in the season, and here we are at the Elite 8 round. One of these two teams is making it to the state Final Four. The 3-1, swing and a miss. Challenge pitch by Watts, and she'll get the count back to even at 3-2. Warriors have wanted this matchup since day one of the season. They feel like last year with the injury to Sousa that they would have had the opportunity to make it to the state Final Four themselves had she had been healthy. Lost to the Falcons and their route to the state championship game last year. And looking for their revenge. Falcons looking to do the very difficult task of repeating. The 3-2, foul it off. We'll do it again at 3-2. Expect to see a lot of bunting from this Warrior lineup. They got a lot of speed. They play small ball really well. It's a very balanced lineup, 1 through 9. Everyone can contribute. And has capabilities of getting on and scoring runs and also delivering in clutch situations. Again, the payoff to Tepley. Hit that one out towards left field, foul territory, out of play. Count stays 3-2. Big story coming into today's contest is the matchup between two Power 5 collegiate level pitchers here at the high school level. You may see these two teams, these two pitchers, I should say, that you'll see in this game, lock horns here in just a couple of seasons. Foul away again. What an at-bat to start this first inning of this very anticipated ball game. Watts back in the circle. Tepley in the box. Count 3-2. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Watts made the call for the pitch. Sienna Tepley back in the box. The pitch rolls low, lost it. It's a walk to start the game for the Warriors. And with them being the away team, you know it is crucial, and talked by Coach Scabelli about just getting on the board first and getting a lead for Sousa. Runner at first with the leadoff walk, and Zoe Schmidt will come up to bat. First pitch, foul it back. Schmidt down in the count, 0-1. Lineup for the Warriors features 5 seniors, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman in the batting 9. Very senior-led, senior-heavy lineup with a ton of experience on this Warrior squad. Runner at first, nobody down. Schmidt trying to advance the base runner. The 0-1. Showed bunt, tapped it back to the fencing. 0-2. Runner will retreat back to first. Down deep in the count, 0-2. Schmidt going to look to protect the plate. Watts, plenty of pitches to go to with the count heavily in her favor. Wind blowing out straight away towards center field in the ballpark today. 83-degree start time temperature. Cutting and missing on the rise ball, sending Schmidt down on the K. First out of the first inning for the Falcons. Michaela McGee will now step into the box. Third baseman today for the Warriors. Two teams ranked in the top 10 in the entire nation, squaring off in this regional matchup. First pitch, foul away, 0-1 on McGee. Warriors with a runner at first, trying to advance here with McGee up to bat. The 0-1 pitch. Brought the breaker, throw down to second, tag in time! What a throw by Folkwine! What a grab by Ray, and the tag applied, erasing the base runner to second. Oh, they don't get much better than that defensively. 2 down in the inning. 0-2 the count at the plate, and Watts a pitch away of sending the Warriors down in order. Watts having to scream the pitch call to Folkwine just for her to hear it. The 0-2, swing and a miss. She got her second strikeout of the inning. Back to end the first. Walsh shows the minimum as the Falcons posting a scoreless top half. First look at the bats. First look at Natalie Sousa when we get back.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well. Connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
It's the bottom of the first inning, and we'll take our first look at the Austintown Fitch Falcons bats. But before we do that, though, special thanks to Macy's and shout out to Jason Hill for the sponsorship of today's game, the presenting sponsor of this regional final matchup. As without their generous contributions, we wouldn't be able to stream this game free of charge to all of you able to view it at home. It's Natalie Sousa up in the circle for the Warriors. The Minnesota Gopher commit, the senior, with 183 strikeouts, 14-0 record this year, taking on the lineup of Kayliana Ray, Ayla Ray, Abby Toth, Kylie Folkwine, Sydney Watts, Morgan Roby, Sam Severn, Lily Stevens, and Rachel Spalding, the batting nine for Fitch. Kayliana Ray was the hero in last game for the Falcons, delivering the 9th inning RBI hit that put Fitch up 2-1 over the Amherst Steel Comets and got him the ticket booked to this regional final stage. 757 batting average this season for Kayliana Ray. She is 39 for 40 in stolen bases when she gets on. First pitch ball. Also one of the leaders in walks on the team this season. Her on-base percentage sits above the 800 mark. Just a freshman too, and so much upside for what Kayliana Ray can become for the Falcons. The 1-0 takes for a ball. Both the Rays, very good eyes at the plate, very good two-strike hitters. Kayliana no different than Ayla in that aspect. They bat one after another in this lineup. Kayliana, the younger sister to Ayla. Ayla, the senior, one of only two in the Falcon team this year. Kayliana will call the timeout. Sousa tore things up in the first two seasons with a 15-1 record and a 14-3 record, respectively, her freshman and sophomore year. Both seasons, she posted an ERA sub-2 in the low ones, 1.12 and 1.29. Had an unfortunate ACL tear in her left knee, and that's why you see her wearing that brace in her junior season. And for a lot of players, that could be derailing, and it is an emotional time, but she worked super hard getting back to where she is, and she looks even better than she did before the injury. Ray tried to show bunt, went around, 2-2 the count. Count even up on Ray after she started up 2-0. Both these pitchers in the circle, high strikeout volume. Sousa averages around 2 per inning. The 2-2. Little chopper foul. Do it again at 2-2. Don't expect to see a ton of offense in this game, but then again, anything can happen in diamond sports. But with the arms that we got in the circle today, neither of them are known for giving up a whole lot of offense. The 2-2. Tried to hold the bat head back, and Ray does do so to run the count full, 3-2. Took something off of that, did Sousa, and was right above the letters, kind of stayed there as it floated in. Ray almost went swinging on it, but just did hold the bat back. Counts full. Falcons looking to get the leadoff runner aboard. Sousa and the Warriors searching for the first out. And Ray going to call the timeout at the box. Ray settles back in. Sousa ready. The payoff. Called strike 3, rings her up. What a pitch on the outer third, right at the corner. That doesn't happen often. Ray goes down looking. First out of the inning, first strikeout for Sousa. Ayla Ray takes aim now. Home run and RBI leader for the Falcons. 463 average, 14 home runs, 49 runs batted in. First pitch, oh, what an off-speed delivery. 0-1. Beautiful day at the Cavelli Sports Complex, home of the Youngstown State University Penguins. Also home of where Ayla Ray will be playing collegiately right here in Youngstown State. The 0-1. Hit out to right field, rocketed, and it is off of the fence. Ray, the big turn from first into second base safely. Extra base hit by Ray. Missed a long ball by just a couple feet. But the Falcons will have one in scoring position with less than 2 out. Ray had the very rare 0 for 5 game against the Amherst Steel Comets. It was said that she immediately went to the hitting coach after that game, and she's probably had maybe multiple sessions from Wednesday until now, and you just don't expect her to have multiple games like that. Slumps for Ayla Ray last maybe a game, 2 if you're very lucky. Ace of base on second. Abby Toth up to bat, 6'12", batting first baseman for the Falcons. Ball 1. Toth, along with her 6'12" average, has 3 home runs, 12 doubles, and 4 triples. She leads the team in doubles and triples. Overall this season, she has 19 extra base hits, 28 driven in. The 1-0. Hit, great pass to third baseman, pass short. Ayla Ray able to get to third. She'll have to stop there, but Abby Toth will get into second as the throw goes to third. It's second and third with 1 out for the Falcons. Base hit, advancement on the throw by Abby Toth, but 2 in scoring position for Kylie Folkwine. Falcons base hit could put them up by 2 early on. Kylie Folkwine this season, .491 hitter. She's got 5 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Kylie Folkwine plays for the Lady Dukes travel team, very prestigious travel team in the summer. One of the top prospects going into her junior year next year. She's going to be highly touted to go collegiately. Put the bunt down, and they're going to toss it at home and get the runner Ray at the plate. Folkwine will end up at second and third still set up, but Ray slow to get up and a potential injury on the field. We're going to have to take a quick break. Be back after this.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Holloway Insurance in Columbiana and Lisbon if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future.
Ayla Ray able to slowly walk off the field to the third base dugout. Nice round of applause in the entire complex here. Both teams, too, giving her a standing ovation. You obviously just hope to see her back out on the field. She's such a heart and soul of this Falcon offense, so you just hope to see her. Sydney Watts going to get intentionally walked. Sousa and the Warriors want nothing to do with her power. 10 home runs on the season. So the intentional walk to her is going to put Veda Burt as a courtesy runner over at first. Put Morgan Roby up to bat now. Morgan Roby with 2 down and the bases loaded. One of the biggest at-bats of the young sophomore's career. Roby batting .508 this season. 9 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 15 runs batted in. Very good line drive hitter, very good protector of the plate. Sydney Watts walked in her last plate appearance. Yeah, to give her a shout out for 100 hits in her career. She was able to accomplish that against the Amherst Steel Comets, as so many pitching numbers that she gets credited for, but she is a dang talented hitter as well, as she has racked up over 100 hits now, or at 100 hits and counting in her high school career. Roby with the count, 1-0 on her. Sousa's pitch. Swing and a miss. Roby cuts and misses on the pitch. Nowhere to put Roby. Toth at third, Folkwine at second, Burt at first. 2 down, bottom of the first. Falcons threatening to score early, the 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1. Sousa just missing off the outer third of that play. Right idea of where she wants to place it. She wants Roby to try to roll over on it, get it to one of her infielders, or swing and miss as it drops off the table. See where she chooses to attack now with the count 2-1. Checks the wrist into her motion, the step, the fire. Low it goes, hitters count, 3-1. Big pitch coming up. Don't want to lose her and give up the lead. 1 run might be all it takes in this ball game. (3-1). Roby going to be looking for her pitch. Figure green lights on for her. The pitch from Sousa. Chopped foul. Third base side and the count's full. Big moments happen throughout big games, and you often call them turning points in a ball game. This could be one of those. Bases loaded, count full. Sousa looking to match Watts and post a 0 in the first. Roby trying to deliver for Fitch. Bags loaded. The payoff. Popped third base side. It's ranging foul, and making the catch is Gerard for out number 3. Falcons load them up but can't bring them home as we're scoreless after 1. To the top of the second we go. Warriors looking to strike first when we get back.
Is your backyard ready for fun in the sun? Now's the time to get to Burnett Pools for the pool, spa, hot tub, or sauna you've been wanting at the season's lowest prices. Get on our installation list now and take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months. Buy now, pay later at your summer fun headquarters. Burnett Pools, Spas, and Hot Tubs.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
Hope looks different for everyone. It's a doctor who takes the time to understand. It's a listening ear when you need one most. The power of care is nothing without hope, and every service we offer is created with true healing in mind. Find your hope at Meridian.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Got great news, folks. Ayla Ray is back out at her position of shortstop, so she appears to be all good to go to play the rest of this game. And it would probably have to take a whole lot to get her off of this field. You'd have to pry her off of this field. One of the two seniors on this squad playing for every at-bat that she can earn right now for herself and her team, and playing for every game that she can earn for herself while donning the Fitch colors. Falcons left them loaded in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. 4-5-6-2 up in the Warriors order. Callie Shawless, Renee Brown, and Mia Bergquist. Shawless, left-handed batter. At the first pitch from Watts. Ball up high, 1-0. Falcons worked around a leadoff walk in that top of the first. Help from Kylie Folkwine tossing out. Sienna Tepley trying to steal second. The 1-0. Ball outside, 2-0. Shawless. Starts ahead in the count. Wind continuing to blow straight out to straightaway dead center. Anything hit out in the outfield might have some extra carry. That one's low and underneath Folkwine as Watts trying to find her command with the count now 3-0 on Shawless. Now the 3-0. That takes off on Watts. A 4-pitch walk for the Warriors as they'll open up the second consecutive inning with a free pass. It's the 22nd walk of the season for Sydney Watts in that circle. And they're going to get the courtesy runner over at first. Looks like that's number 27, Kat Taylor. Kat Taylor, the courtesy runner at first. Nobody down. Top of the second inning. It's Renee Brown up to bat. The first pitch to Brown. Shows bunt right up in the air. Morgan Roby runs it down. What a grab by Roby. Call it a pop-up to third for the first out of the inning. That was a great read by Roby. Had to leave her feet to get it. Almost overran it, but she did make the right play. And the grab for the first out. Mia Bergquist. Up to bat, Bergquist. The runner at first, one down. First pitch, strike delivered, 0-1. Once again calling her own pitch, the 0-1. Foul at first base side, count moves to 0-2. Runner at first, one down, 0-2 the count on Bergquist. Watts settles in the circle. The 0-2 pitch to Berquist. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Watts. Her third of the day, out number 2 in the inning. Bring up Ella Gerard, sophomore, left fielder in today's contest. Gerard, first at bat against Watts this season. Coming with a runner at first, 2 down in the inning. Both teams have threatened with base runners in the ball game already early on. Pitchers have been able to shut it down to this point. Watts looking for her second straight scoreless inning to start the ball game. Showed bunt, pulled it back. It's ball 1. Should Gerard reach, Natalie Sousa, the pitcher, an 8-hole hitter in the Warrior lineup, sits in the on-deck circle. The 1-0 to Gerard. Swing and a miss. Went waving, trying to get a slap shot on it. Came up just empty on the cut, 1-1. The 1-1. Showed bunt, went around, throw to first on the snap by Folkwine, but back in safely was Taylor. 1-2 the count with 2 down in the inning. Watts 1 pitch away from getting out of this second. The 1-2. Got the bat head to it and fouled it away to the fence on the third base side behind the dish. Keep the count 1-2. Watts with the call to Folkwine. Runner at first, 2 down, top of the second, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Sid. She's racked up 4 through the first 2 innings of work, back-to-back to end the second straight inning in the circle. As Walsh Jesuit threatens with a runner at first, leadoff runner at first, but can't get him around the bases. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here from the Youngstown State University's Covelli Sports Complex.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Holloway Insurance in Columbiana and Lisbon if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Go meet people who matter most to you. It's how you take care of your family and how you care for yourself. How hard you work on the job and how hard you play with others. How you help the person next to you and the people who need you. At Greenwood Chevrolet, we know going the extra mile is about more than what we do at our dealership. It's what you do after you leave.
Bottom of the second inning, bottom of the Austintown Fitch Falcon order. 7-8-9 due up with Sam Severn leading things off against Natalie Sousa. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second between these two powerhouse softball programs, both fighting to get a spot in the state Final Four in Akron, Ohio. 20-1 in the Falcons, 22-0 are the Warriors. One loss for Fitch, a 2-1 loss to the Canfield Cardinals, who booked their ticket to the state Final Four in Division II with a 3-0 win against Buckeye earlier today. Swinging strike by Severn has her down in the count, 1-1. Go Sam Severn, Lily Stevens, and Rachel Spaulding in this second inning for Austintown Fitch. The count 1-1. The pitch from Sousa. Just tossed the bat at it and fouled it off near the plate. 1-2. Severn had herself a great game against the Amherst Steel Comets, put together a 3-hit performance in that one. And a critical one as she got on base in the 9th inning and later came around to score what would be the winning run. And that 2-1 win for the Falcons. The 1-2. Above the letters, 2-2 on Severn. Sousa taking a lap around the circle, back in, settling in on the rubber. Now the 2-2. Hit out towards right field, got some drop, but not in time. As nice grab on the cut by Papalorado for the out. Beautiful read off of the bat. One down here in the bottom of the second. Bring up Lily Stevens. Stevens batting .325 this season as the Falcons' designated player. Putting together a lot of good plate appearances here in the last few weeks. First pitch swinging, she'll foul it away, 0-1. Sousa. Back set in the circle. The 0-1. Oh, wow, what an off-speed pitch, and Stevens fooled on it, 0-2. Looked like it came out of the same arm angle, but it was about 15 miles an hour slower. Stevens down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Sousa looking for the second out of the inning. The pitch. Outside and off the glove of Shawless. Nobody on base, no damage done. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Count 1-2 on Stevens. Sousa into her delivery. Ball outside. Good pitch. And a good eye by Stevens to lay off that one. Mighty enticing offering by Sousa. The count 2-2. The pitch to Stevens. Up high and off the glove of Shawless. Stevens works the count from 0-2 to 3-2. It's one thing Stevens has been able to do well all season long, is be able to work counts against superior arms of the area. The payoff from Sousa. Chopper foul. We'll do it again at 3-2. A designated player for the Falcons putting together one nice plate appearance once again. Stevens living to see another pitch. Again, the payoff. Off the glove and working the walk. What a plate appearance by Lily Stevens. From down in the count 0-2 to work the free pass. Rachel Spaulding will step up to bat now. Spaulding trying to turn it over to the top of the order. As the runner, the flex player, Miana Orhe, is going to be running for Stevens, the designated player. So Orhe is at first as the runner. And Rachel Spaulding up to bat, 9-hole hitter for the Falcons. Kayleana Ray now in the on-deck circle for Austintown as the top of the order looms for the Falcons. As Rachel Spaulding with a runner at first, one down, bottom of the second inning. Both teams have had at least a runner on board in each of their first two half innings of play. The first delivery to Spaulding. Bunt goes straight up. Sousa calls for it, and she'll take it. Coming out of the circle to field it herself for the out, number 2. Back to the top, Kayleana Ray up to bat. Ray struck out looking, a rare occurrence for her in her first plate appearance against Sousa. Runner at first, 2 down, second time she's battled Sousa in the box today. First pitch, she swings and fouls it away. Walk to Stevens was the first one allowed that wasn't an intentional walk by the Warriors. They intentionally walked Sydney Watts with second and third occupied in the bottom of the first, but that was the first true walk issued by Sousa in this ballgame. The 0-1. Ray takes outside, 1-1. Kayleana Ray. Tremendous speed, tremendous hitter. 757 average she came in with today. Gets on base just about 80% of the time that she's up to bat. A 1-1 right up the middle off of Sousa's glove into center field. Jorge stops at second. Base hit for Kayleana Ray. First and second set up for the ace of bases, Ayla Ray, who hit a double her last time up. Looking for much of the same success as Ayla. If she can get that gap shot, no doubt about it, Falcons will get on the board first. Had an injury scare in that bottom of the first inning, did Ayla Ray, but just glad to see her back out on the field and able to continue in this one. First and second occupied. First pitch to Ace. Ball outside. Wow, Shawless, really a great effort out of the catcher position. Other batters boxed and got in front of it, kept the runners where they were. 1-0 the count. Ray ready for the pitch. Got the strike called, 1-1. If Ayla is to reach, Abby Toth is in the on-deck circle for Austintown Fitch. Ayla calls time. Chess match. You're going to see it all day between hitters and pitchers trying to throw one another's timing off. The 1-1. Low it goes. Nice eye to lay off of it by Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray, in conjunction with her 460-plus batting average, we mentioned the 14 home runs, 49 RBI. She also has 8 doubles, 2 triples, 24 extra base hits. Well, double today was her 9th, so call it 25 extra base hits in total this season. Foul that one away. 2s across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on in the bottom of the second inning. That's a scoreboard Yahtzee. The 2-2. Foul it back to the fence. We'll do it again at 2s. Second straight inning, the Falcons have had a runner in scoring position. Left the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. That was one of the themes that they were struggling with against the Amherst Steel Comets, is getting runners on, but just couldn't get them around to score. They didn't score until the 8th inning in that one. The 2-2. Was an off-speed pitch that just took off, it looked like, on Sousa. It looked like it was supposed to break one of her signature curves, but stayed above the zone. 3-2, the count's full. Big payoff pitch coming to Ray. The 3-2. Ray rocks that one to right again. It's right near the fence, but caught right in front of the fence line. What a grab. Papalorado takes care of it as the Warriors leave 2 on base once again. We're scoreless after 2. Top of the third we go. Walsh Jesuit looks to strike first when we get back.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric, because we are everything electrical.
We insure your car because some people never learn to park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Holloway Insurance in Columbiana and Lisbon if auto owners make sense for you.
Top of the third inning in this regional final Elite 8 matchup, and it's all courtesy of Macy's and our friend Jason Hill for being the presenting sponsor of this one. So it's streamed free of charge to all of you who decided to tune in and hang out with us here at ysnlive.com today. And boy, oh boy, the premier softball matchup of the season has not failed to disappoint to this point. Both teams have had runners on, and both pitchers have slammed the door shut effectively through the first 2 innings of play. Top of the third inning, it's 8-9, then back to the top in the Warrior order as Natalie Sousa, Brianna Wise, and then Sienna Tepley all swing the bats against Sydney Watts in the circle. Watts has fanned 4 to this point today. Ball 1. Sousa in a pitcher-pitcher matchup here with Watts. Battle of 2 Power 5 commits. Minnesota Golden Gopher batting from the left-handed side. Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket inside of the circle. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Watts with the pitch call. The 1-1 to Sousa. Took off on her, 2-1. Walsh has been able to work a pair of walks against Watts through the first 2 innings. Shown actually a really good eye. All the batters that Watts has faced up until this point have shown good eye and good fight at the plate. No really quick outs by the Warriors, and that's what you want to do against elite level arms like this. And nice second strike delivery by Watts to even the count back up at 2. As Sousa with the count 2-2 on her. And have to try to do something with 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Watts fans her 5th of the game. As Sousa, strikeout victim to start the 3rd. There's one away. Brianna Wise, senior second baseman, trying to turn it over to the top of the order. Up to bat for her first time against Watts. I'd like to thank you guys all for tuning in and joining us today. Ty Bartel, YSNLive.com with the call of all the action in this regional final matchup in Division I. Division I, Region 1 regional final matchup. Winner of this game goes to the state Final Four. One and 0 the count as Wise. Her first looks against Watts today. The pitch. Just a bit outside, or maybe a little bit high. 2-0. Appeal to the first base umpire for the swing. No swing called. 2-0. The 2-0 count on Wise. Watts trying to avoid falling behind. 3-0 in this instance. The pitch. Swing and a miss, helping her out a little bit, chasing the rise ball. 2-1. Watts called for the pitch, but just as she was doing that, Wise took a step out the box. Sid back ready in the circle. Wise is ready as well, the 2-1. Laid off of it that time. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count to Brianna Wise. With the top of the order looming for the Warriors and Sienna Tepley in the on-deck circle. Walsh trying to get a base runner on for them. The pitch to Wise. Called strike, counts full. 3-2. Top of the order looming. Big pitch coming up as Wise looking to get some traffic on the base paths. The payoff from Sid. Ran it low, 3rd straight inning with a walk as Wise works the free pass to bring up Sienna Tepley. Tepley walked in her first plate appearance, was later caught trying to steal second base by Kylie Folkwine. And Sienna Tepley up to bat. Runner at first, 1 down in the inning. As Gianna Lenahan, the base runner, over at first now, as the bunt attempt went foul for Tepley. 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count on Tepley. Runner at first. Ball 1. 1-1. As Lenahan, base runner at first base, providing a little extra speed for the Warriors at the first base bag. The 1-1. Bunt again, that'll go third base. Roby will take it, toss to first, get the out there. There's 2 away. Runner does advance into scoring position, though, for Zoe Schmidt. Zoe Schmidt up to bat. 0 for 1 today against Watts. She struck out swinging in her lone at bat. 2 down, runner at second. Go-ahead run representing there in Lenahan. Pitch from Sid. Starts with a strike, 0-1. First runner in scoring position today for Walsh Jesuit. Schmidt, the senior first baseman, trying to deliver in a big way for her team. The pitch from Watts. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Folkwine came up quickly, popped out of that crouch, and looked the runner away from third base. 2 strikes on Schmidt. Watts 1 pitch away from a third scoreless inning of work. Warriors 1 swing away from a potential lead. The 0-2. Ball outside, just missing. Watts wanted the call, 1-2. One and two on Schmidt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Watts fans another. Her 6th of the day as they strand a runner in scoring position. Walsh gets another runner on. Gets him a little bit further, but can't bring him home. We're still scoreless going to the bottom of the 3rd.
Welcome to Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center, where passion meets precision. Experience state-of-the-art technology with 3 TrackMan fitting bays, ensuring your clubs are perfectly tailored to your game. From fun games for the whole family to expert lessons and clinics, there's something for everyone. Our authorized Callaway Club Fitting Center ensures you're equipped with the best. Book online or call our golf shop to reserve your spot today. Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center. Elevate your game, rain or shine.
You can see these players, get to know these names, get to know these coaches at a more personal level than truly you ever did before. And I think YSN has been a big influential factor in bringing us that level of personal connection that we haven't seen any other company truly be able to do. If my legacy goes down as being the voice of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, I can hang my hat on that and be proud of it at the end of the day. My name is Ty Bartell, and my sports network is your sports network. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning, and it's the middle of the Falcon order. 3-4-5 due up for Fitch. It's Abby Toth, Kylie Folkwine, Sydney Watts as Natalie Sousa. 2 innings of work. She's struck out 1 to this point, pitching around 3 base hits and a couple of walks. She left the bases loaded in the first. She stranded 2 in scoring position to end the 2nd. Abby Toth, a single. 1 for 1 today against Sousa. Pitch, strike, delivered at the knees, 0-1 to start for Sousa. The 0-1. Ball outside, 1-1. Trying to find that outer third to the right-handed bats. The 1-1. Toth got underneath that one, out to right field, and off of the second baseman Wise's glove, and Toth will get first base safely off the error. First error of the day for either team defensively, and the Falcons will start with a go-ahead runner at first here in the bottom of the 3rd. Kylie Folkwine up to bat. Folkwine 0 for 1. Hit into a fielder's choice on a bunt attempt that Sousa was able to toss back to Shawless at the dish and get Ayla Ray out at home. That happened back in the first. Folkwine tied up, went around 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count on Folkwine. Runner at first and Toth. The pitch from Sousa. Nice second pitch delivery, and Sousa quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Two strikes on Folkwine as she's going to have to look to protect the plate now. Sousa searching for the first out in the inning. The 0-2 pitch. Folkwine fouls it back to the fence line. 0-2. Back in the circle for Sousa. Looking for the third strike on Folkwine. The 0-2 again. Folkwine skies that one again on a short fly to right field and able to make the basket catch. No, it drops, but it's going to go as an out regardless, as staying with it, as I believe keeping the glove under him, which is very tough to do. Papalorado stays with it, gets the first out of the inning for the Warriors. Call it a fly out to right. And bring up Sydney Watts. Watts was intentionally walked her last time up. First time she gets to swing the bat here. And actually see a pitch from Sousa. Ball 1, Toth back to the first base bag. Mentioned last time, Watts celebrating 100 hits in her career. She was able to accomplish that against the Amherst Steel Comets. I wish a special congratulations and a shout out to Sid Vicious of the Austintown Fitch Falcons. The 1-0. Foul tip it back to the backstop. 1-1. The count 1-1. The pitch from Sousa. Nice pitch delivery on the breaker for a strike. 1-2. Sousa looking for the second out of the inning, trying to help her defense out after the initial error to get Toth on first. The pitch outside, no call, 2-2. Watson, like the last call, maybe caught a break on that one. Count 2-2. Sousa getting her call. Toth at first, the 2-2 to Watts. Watts fouls it right back to the fencing. 2-2. Falcons have had a runner on base each of the first 3 innings. So have the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. The 2-2 offering from Sousa. Low and dropped off the table. Watts somehow able to lay off of it. Counts full, 3-2. Count full. Watts can advance. Toth into scoring position with the free pass here. The payoff from Sousa. Into left field, a base hit for Sid and able to keep it in front of her. Nice grab by Gerard out in left. But it'll be a single for Sydney Watts. First and second set up for Fitch. Bring up Morgan Roby. Roby popped out to the left fielder in foul territory. With the bases loaded last time up, she gets another opportunity, though, to come up big for the Falcons with Toth at second. 0 for 1 today against Sousa, but batting average over 500 coming into today at a 508 clip. First and second set up. Made a Burt courtesy running at first for Sydney Watts. First pitch from Sousa to Roby. In sight, a ball, 1-0. Roby, the 1-0 to her. She'll get ahead of it, foul it to the third base side into left field foul ground. 1-1. Falcons have had their opportunities. Each of the first 3 innings, a runner has been in scoring position. But it's never easy once you get Sweet 16 round and pass, and no one ever said it is. The 1-1 to Roby. Roby chops it towards second, able to glove it and make the throw to first. Went the short way for the second out of the inning. Second and third set up for Fitch with Sam Severn up to bat, but there's 2 down now here in the third. Severn flew out to right field, her lone time up. 2 in scoring position as she can deliver for Austintown Fitch with a hit here. Sousa trying to slam the door shut for the 3rd consecutive inning in a row. Pitch above the letters, 1-0 to Severn. Severn awaits the 1-0. Chops it again, second base side, past the diving second baseman Wise. 1 run scores. Here comes a second. 2 will score. Sammy Severn does it again. 2 runs, 1 hit. Falcons play from in front here in the third. Big strike by Severn as the Falcons with the first lead of the game and may not be done yet. First base occupied by Sammy as Lily Stevens, 8-hole hitter, designated player, coming up to bat. What an absolutely clutch piece of hitting by Sammy Severn. And she has been doing it since last year's playoffs. This young lady, you talk about what she's done in the regular season, batting just under 500, one of her best all-around regular seasons to this point, the junior. But every time the playoffs are around, she kicks it up another level. And you look at her, the way she prepares for games, a little bit different than the rest of the team, or a lot of high energy. Sammy Severn's more quiet, keep to herself and listen to her music. Whatever she does to get the blood pumping in those veins before these big-time games, she's doing something right. And a quick chat. Probably a dugout warning from the home plate umpire. We've seen this throughout the course of districts and regionals here. They don't want anyone standing on that top step of the dugout, and umpires are very attentive, especially into these later rounds of the playoffs. You see it. The first pitch to Stevens now. She went around too far for a strike. Stevens put together a nice plate appearance against Sousa last time. Went from 0-2 in the count to work a walk. The pitch to Stevens with the 0-1 count. Low, in front of the dish, Severn will wisely stay at first. You don't really want to try the arm of Shawless behind the dish unless you are for sure you either got a good jump or the ball is far enough away from her that you got the chance of beating it. She is dynamite behind the dish defensively as the backstop for this Warriors team, and she keeps base runners in order. The 1-1 to Stevens. Ball 2. 2-1. Falcons, bottom of the order, coming up big once again. Count 2-1. Stevens awaits the pitch from Sousa. Pop it back to the fencing. Count will move to 2s, 2-2. The Warriors will have the heart of the order due up in the top of the 4th when we do get to Walsh's inning, and Kayla McGee, Allie Shawless, and Renee Brown, 3, 4, 5. Got to get out of this one first. Sousa, 1 strike away from doing so. Runner at first and Severn, the 2-2. Hit up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Lily Stevens delivers with a single. First and second for Fitch. Still 2 down in an inning, and now it brings up Rachel Spaulding. Second time the game that Lily Stevens has been aboard. And Coach Tony Scavelli and the Warriors infield going to have a conference. Looks like the outfield going to have a conference as well. Likely talking over how you're going to try to navigate this last out too, with the 9-hole hitter Rachel Spaulding up and the top of the order looming, and you ponder on what's being said inside that circle with coach and the players, but you got to feel like it's going to be something along the lines of be aggressive here, pitching to Spaulding, and there's going to be a hitter that beats us. We're okay with this one. We don't want it getting back to the top of the order with some ducks on the pond. Likely you expect that they're talking about positioning too, situations, and just making sure you shore up the ball goes here, if it's hit here, if it's this situation, here's what we're going to do to try to get this third out. Severn at second, Stevens at first, 2 on, 2 down. Falcons leading by 2. The first pitch to Spaulding, swinging away and swinging and missing for strike 1. The 0-1. Foul tipped it into the glove of Shawless. 0-2. Sousa, 1 pitch away from ending the frame and getting out, minimizing the damage. The 0-2. Above the letters. Spaulding takes 1-2. Boy, oh boy. It feels like everyone from the Cuyahoga Falls area and the Austintown area has shown up to see this softball game. And how can't you blame them, too, with the talent that's on the field. And not every day you get to see a matchup of this magnitude. Swing and a miss. Sousa, big strikeout going above the letters to get it, as she'll strand 2 on base. But the Falcons strike first with a 2 RBI single by Sammy Severn as they play from in front going into the 4th. It's the meat of the Warriors order, though, when we get back.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String Isle and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be open Cabot Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
We'll see some scattered showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder or two.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-res futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Top of the fourth inning as the Falcons with a 2-run advantage, but it's the big part of the Walsh Jesuit order. It's Michaela McGee, Callie Shawless, and Renee Brown, 3, 4, and 5. 2 up for the Warriors. And no doubt you got to feel like Walsh Jesuit's going to be searching for some quick counter-strike offense after the 2 runs given up in the bottom of the third. McGee 0 for 1, struck out swinging her first and only time up against Watts. Watts has surrendered 3 walks today in each of the first 3 innings, as Walsh Jesuit has had at least a base runner on every inning so far. First pitch foul, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Tried the off-speed delivery, but kept it above the zone. 1-1. Foul it back, 1-2. One and 2 the count on McGee. As Watts searching for the first out here in the fourth. The pitch. Near the knees, just low, 2-2. Good layoff by McGee. Two and 2 the count on McGee. Watts now with the 2-2 pitch. Above the zone, Folkwine had to come out of the crouch to bring that one back down to earth, 3-2. Count full. Warriors looking for a leadoff runner aboard once again. Hit past the diving shortstop, Ayla Ray, into center field as Kaliana loses it. Throw into second by Jorge. Not in time. McGee slides into second safely with a double. Big first hit of the game for the Warriors as they'll start off with a runner in scoring position for Callie Shawless. Warriors looking for a response offensively. Shawless walked in her lone plate appearance today. The first pitch from Sid. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Callie Shawless. Base hit could put the Warriors on the board, cut that deficit in half. The 0-1. Attempted to show bunt, but kept it back, 1-1. The 1-1. Bunt back to the fencing, 1 and 2 on Shawless now. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Golden opportunity for Walsh Jesuit to at least get a run back with a runner starting at second base off the double from McGee. The 1-2 pitch from Watts. Above the letters, 2 and 2. Watts striking out 6 to this point in the game. She's been dazzling in the circle once again. Delivers the call to Folkwine. Watts in the rock, the step, the fire. Hit out to right field, right center field, got some carry. Kayleana Ray, though, makes the catch, the center fielder. Strong throw goes to third, but beating it out there safely was Michaela McGee. The fly out to center field advances the base runner to 60 feet away from scoring and gives the Warriors a chance with a productive out to get a run back as Renee Brown popped out to third, her only time up. Warriors do love the squeeze play, especially in situations like this. First pitch, though, strike by Watts, 0-1 on Brown. Mia Berquist waiting in the on-deck circle, designated player for the Warriors. Brown, the runner 60 feet away, the 0-1 to her. Skips in front of Folkwine, and Folkwine, nice block in front of that dish to keep it at least within the same zip code and promptly keep the base runner McGee at third. The 1-1 to Brown. Hit right to Watts at the circle. Throw to first, throw back home. They got her double play. 1-3, 3-2, 2-for-1 special. Held scoreless through 4. The Falcons defense does it again. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, still a 2-0 Falcon lead.
Hi, I'm Carly Alfano.
And I'm Ryan Miller.
And we are from Hometown Insurance Solutions and WRS Insurance Solutions.
And did you guys know we do more than just Medicare products?
That's right, Ryan. We also offer life and health,
long-term care and disability,
and group health for your small business.
So for more details, feel free to give me or my friend Carly a call.
Storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
We'll see some scattered showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder or two.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-res futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Guidance and support that improves your quality of life. It's the foundation of what we've done for nearly 50 years. The power of care is nothing without hope, and our counseling services were created with true healing in mind. Find your hope at Meridian Healthcare.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning, and the top of the Falcons order 1, 2, 3. Kayleana Ray, Ayla Ray, Abby Toth. Man, what a defensive play. Sydney Watts coming out of the circle or right back to her rather on a hit on a liner, catching it on a bounce, tossing to Toth, and Toth firing back to Folkwine, getting the runner McGee coming home from third to get the double play and hold Walsh Jesuit off of the scoreboard. What a double play. We're scoreless through 7 innings between the South Range Raiders and the Champion Flashes right now. They're going to need extras to determine that regional final in Division III. Called strike, 1-1 on Ray. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Kayliana Ray now. Counts 1-2 on Kayliana Ray. She's won 4-2 today. Struck out looking and hit a single. A 1-2 from Sousa. Outside, 2-2. Important game for both of these teams in this one as we look across the way as the Centerville Varsity Elks are taking on the Fairfield Varsity Indians right now. The Indians are up 1-0 over Centerville. That's the top of the 6 in that one. Important game because the winner of this game plays the winner of that game in the state Final Four matchup. State semifinal 4. Line drive to the first baseman. In and out of the glove. The dive, though, nicely done. Oh, what a play by Schmidt. Making the diving tag to the base to retire Kayliana Ray for the first out of the inning. Ayla Ray up to bat. Ray hit a double to right field and flew out to the right her second time up. Both hits, she put a little bit of a charge in, not enough to get over the 200 mark out there in right field. But she did go on a fence shot, bounced off the fence her first time up, just in front of the fence line. Her second time up was caught by Papalorado. That one's going to pop up on the infield as allowing the third baseman to take care of it, McGee, as she does for out number 2 on the pop-up. Abby Toth hit a single, reached on an error today. She's 1 for 2, but has reached both times. She bats with 2 away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Falcons protecting a 2-run advantage as the first pitch to Toth. Called strike on her, 0-1. Time is called. Shawless wants to talk with Sousa. Sousa looked like she was continuing to just walk away from her, taking her normal lap around the circle. Oh, and 1 the count. Thing with both these teams is you look at their personalities and they are oh so similar in how they approach the game, how they warm up for the game, how they take the game. They can get serious at points, but they know at the end of the day it is just a game, and they have a lot of fun playing it, especially at these high school levels. Shot to the foul side of first base. It's 0-2. Sousa looking for a massive 1-2-3 inning if she can record it here in the bottom of the 4th, facing the top part of the Falcons' order. It would be the first 1-2-3 inning of the game for either pitcher. The 0-2. Ball 1. Watts did face the minimum in the first, but runner did get aboard on Tepley off the walk. One and 2 the count on Toth. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Falcons looking to add to their 2-run advantage. Sousa trying to keep the score exactly where it is. The pitch. Again, tried a similar looking offering. Again, it stayed above the letters. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Toth flares it in the left field. She's got a 2-hit game, and she'll extend this inning for the Falcons and give Kylie Folkwine a chance to swing the bat. Kylie Folkwine 0 for 2. Fielder's choice her first time up and flew out to right her second time around. Looking for some success against Sousa. Falcons have managed 7 hits today through 3 2/3 innings against Sousa. First pitch to Folkwine. Swinging and missing. Oh, foul tipping. I'll give her the credit for that one. Umpire corrects me as well. 0-1 though, the count still remains on Folkwine to start this at bat. The 0-1. Ball outside, 1-1. Despite the hits that the Falcons have been able to manage and getting base runners on, the thing that makes Sousa that D1 level type pitcher is the difficulty it is to try to stack hits and stack base runners against her. It doesn't happen too often where you can string multiple hits together against her. It's oftentimes you catch her once and you really can't catch her multiple times. Falcons are able to get that clutch 2-out hit by Severn that just did get past the second baseman Wise's glove on that dive to score the 2 runs. But the thing with Sousa is why she's such a gamer is she keeps her team in the ball game, and big for her trying to put up a scoreless inning here in the 4th. 1 strike away from doing so. That's hit out to left field. It'll drop in fair ground for a base hit. And coming into third safely as Toth Folkwine to second. 2 in scoring position for the Falcons as they threaten to potentially double their lead. First hit of the day for Folkwine, 8th overall for the Falcon Bats. And Sydney Watts, coming to bat. Watts was intentionally walked her first time up, hit a single her second time, and they're not even going to mess with her again. Second intentional walk to Sydney Watts. She'll take the jog to first, turn around, and go right back to the dugout as Veda Burt emerges as the courtesy runner. Ultimate respect for what you can do as a bat as Watts intentionally walked for the second time. Haven't seen someone get that kind of treatment since Barry Bonds in the 97 to 2001 season for the Giants. Bases loaded. 2 down. Second time this game the Falcons have had the bases loaded. Second time Morgan Roby has stepped to the box with the bases loaded. She's 0 for 2 today, looking to deliver for the Falcons. First pitch called strike, just did get the top of the zone, 0-1. Roby is to reach. Sam Severn, who delivered the 2-run hit last time up for the Falcons, awaits in the on-deck circle. Roby, similar skill, though, to Severn, and she's got that line drive base hit ability on pitches all over the zone. But Sousa not giving her anything to barrel up. Went up the zone, got the foul back, and quickly gets ahead in the count 0-2. Sousa trying to strand the bases loaded for the second time in the ballgame. Bird at first, Folkwine at second, Toth at third, nowhere to put Roby. Count 0-2 on her. Sousa looking for the third out of the frame. The pitch. Outside, Shawless. Pops up, walks forward to keep runners where they are. Shawless, a very good defensive catcher, does all those little things right and holding runners and pays very close attention to those on base. 1-2 the count on Roby. Trying to put something in play. The pitch from Sousa. Above the zone, 2-2. Count back to even. 2-2 the count, the pitch. Ball low. Another Falcon bat that has started the count 0-2 and has worked it full against Sousa today. Roby putting together a nice plate appearance. Sousa can't really afford to lose her. You don't want to start falling even further to behind in the run department here. Sousa looking for a big pitch, big opportunity, big point in the ball game, and we're going to have to wait a few more seconds to see it. Roby calls timeout. Tension escalating in the ballpark. Everyone on the edge of their seat for this one coming up. The payoff. Hit past third, but foul into left field foul ground. Just a bit ahead of that one, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Defensively, straight up on the infield are the Warriors. Straight up in the outfield as well. Medium deep for each one of them. Count 3-2, Roby. Opportunities to deliver RBI today. She's trying to in this third at bat. Again, the payoff. Above the zone, work the walk, and another run scores for Austintown. Make it 3-0 Fitch off the run batted in. Will technically count as one for Roby, working the walk. What an at-bat for Morgan Roby. Starting the count out 0-2, protecting the plate. Fantastic eye, and got the walk to put Fitch up 3-0. Sam Severin delivered with 2 runs batted in her last time. She's 1 for 2. Bases loaded here. 2 down. First pitch. Severin, sky pop. Caught by Sousa coming out of the circle for the out. Falcons do work another run on the board as a walk by Roby brings a run in. Fitch leads it by 3 going to the top of the 5th. We're back here with the live coverage of all the action on ysnlive.com when we get back.
Hi, I'm Eric Carlson, president of Joe Dickey Electric and an Eagle Scout from Troop 60 in Boardman. I'd like to invite you to join us Tuesday, June 11th at the Lake Club for our 19th annual Celebration of Scouting Breakfast. Join us to hear the scouting story and to support the organization that helped me become the leader I am today. Visit gtcbsa.org/breakfast or call 234-900-5906 to reserve your spot today at the 19th annual Celebration of Scouting Breakfast.
Why is 21 News the watchdog station?
How come the equipment was purchased without knowing if it's compatible? Millions have gone to waste.
Seeing an uptick in check fraud.
We break down everything you need to know.
So none of the soil underneath the rail lines is contaminated.
Pointing to several gaps in EPA data.
What can you say to the Youngstown community to ensure this is safe?
We'll continue to keep watch.
You can see these players, get to know these names, get to know these coaches at a more personal level than truly you ever did before. And I think YSN has been a big influential factor in bringing us that level of personal connection that we haven't seen any other company truly be able to do. If my legacy goes down as being the voice of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, I can hang my hat on that and be proud of it at the end of the day. My name is Ty Bartell, and my sports network is your sports network. Top of the 5th inning in this Elite 8 Region 1, Division 1 regional final matchup. Austintown Fitch, the 10th ranked team in the nation, up on Walsh Jesuit, the 9th ranked team in the nation, by a score of 3-0 here in the top of the 5th. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Walsh Jesuit Warrior order: Mia Berquist, Ella Gerard, and Natalie Sousa. Berquist 0 for 1 with a strikeout, swinging her only time up against Sid today. First pitch strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Ball one, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Getting ahead of the count now is Watts. One and two the count. The pitch from Sid. Above the letters, 2-2. Berquist, the lone freshman in the batting nine for the Warriors. Designated player in today's contest for Walsh Jesuit. Now the 2-2. Foul it back, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Special shout out and thanks to Macy's and Jason Hill for being today's presenting sponsor and allowing all of you who are unable to make it in attendance here at the Covelli Sports Complex for this one to watch it free of charge and the comfort of your home. So big shout out again. Thanks to Macy's and Jason Hill for his generous contribution as today's presenting sponsor. The 2-2. Swing and a miss up the zone and got the swing. Seventh of the day by Watts, and she's registered all of them by way of the swing and a miss. First down of the inning. Ella Gerard, she's 0 for 1, struck out swinging her one and only time up against Watts. Showed the bunt and went low into the earth. Folkwine keeps it there. 1-0, the count starts on Gerard. The South Range Raiders just hit a walk-off inside the park home run to beat the champion Flashes by a score of 1-0 in extras. If that ain't the definition of playoff softball, I don't know what is, folks. Congratulations to the Raiders. Obviously, heartbreaker for champion as the Flashes fall to South Range once again at the regional level, but nonetheless, a fantastic game once again between those two Division III schools. The 2-0, bunt back, it's foul, 2-1. Two and one the count. The pitch to Gerard. Showed the bunt, bunted it back foul again, 2-2. Count 2-2. Watts with the call to Folkwine. The pitch now to Ella Gerard. Called strike three. Rung her up looking for her 8th on the day. Watts back-to-back strikeouts to start the 5th. As the Warriors will now send up Natalie Sousa, their pitcher. And the second pitcher-pitcher matchup between these two in this edition of the pitcher-pitcher matchup. Sousa 0 for 1 against Watts today. She struck out swinging her first time up. Watts looking for a 1-2-3, top of the 5th. Ball 1 starts to Sousa, 1-0. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now. As Sousa trying to extend the inning and give a base runner to Brianna Wise, the 9-hole hitter waiting in the on-deck circle. She was able to work a walk in her first plate appearance, did Wise. Ahead in the count, 2-0 is Sousa against Watts with 2 down in the top of the 5th. Pitch, swing, and a miss. A little wave by Sousa. Try to get a slap shot and go. 2-1 now the count. The 2-1. Called strike. Watts evens the count with a nice location at 2-2. The count 2-2. Watts looking for a 1-2-3 5th. The pitch. Outside, great eye by Sousa to work the count full. Big pitch coming, the payoff. Just off the dish, ball 4. Another free pass issued by Watts. That is her 4th walk allowed today. She came in with 20 allowed on the season in 21 ball games. Number now up to 24 as the Warriors will extend the inning and bring up Brianna Wise. Wise, first plate appearance we mentioned, just walked her. Looking for her first official at-bat of the game. As Wise, the senior second baseman, steps into the box with a runner at first. And 2 down here in the 5th. Top of the order looming in Sienna Tepley now in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Wise comes up empty on the first pitch offering from Watts. 0-1. Winner of this game makes it to the state Final Four. The 0-1. Whoa, that takes off, and that'll allow a base runner and getting to second base, and Taylor is taking off running on that one that got way away from Watts. 1-1 the count. Opportunity again for the Warriors to try to get a run back. The 1-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Folkwine. 1-2. Watts a pitch away from getting out of the 5th. Brianna Wise just wanting to extend the inning, get it to the top of the order. The 1-2. Left it above the letters to even the count. 2-2. Two the count. The pitch from Watts. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10 on the day for number 9, on the day for Sydney Watts as she fans 3 in the inning, strands a runner in scoring position, and sends this to the bottom of the 5th. Fitch Falcons still leading it by 3.
Welcome to Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center, where passion meets precision. Experience state-of-the-art technology with 3 TrackMan fitting bays, ensuring your clubs are perfectly tailored to your game. From fun games for the whole family to expert lessons and clinics, there's something for everyone. Our authorized Callaway Club Fitting Center ensures you're equipped with the best. Book online or call our golf shop to reserve your spot today. Mill Creek Indoor Player Development Center. Elevate your game, rain or shine.
Hi, I'm Eric Carlson, president of Joe Dickey Electric and an Eagle Scout from Troop 60 in Boardman. I'd like to invite you to join us Tuesday, June 11th at the Lake Club for our 19th annual Celebration of Scouting Breakfast. Join us to hear the scouting story and to support the organization that helped me become the leader I am today. Visit gtcbsa.org/breakfast or call 234-900-5906 to reserve your spot today at the 19th annual Celebration of Scouting Breakfast.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 8-9. Then back to the top of the order for the Falcons. Lily Stevens, Rachel Spalding, and Kaylee-Anna Ray. Lily Stevens been aboard both times. She's walked in, hit a single. First pitch swinging. She'll hit it out towards right center field. And oh, what a grab by the center fielder, Tepley. Had to leave her feet to get the leather on it and made a fine 5-star catch in center. Retiring Stevens for the first out. Rachel Spalding now up. Popped up to the pitcher, Sousa, and then struck out swinging. Actually, check that. It's Vita Kelty. As Kelty getting an appearance with the bat. The other senior on this Falcon squad, along with Ayla Ray in this year's edition of the Austintown Fitch Falcons softball team. Vita Kelty, actually a really good bat at the plate. As far as her eye is concerned, she can work counts and she can definitely work some free passes and don't catch too much of the plate. She can also beat you by slapping some singles and doubles all over the field. First pitch ties her up inside. It's a ball, 1-0. Kelty trying to get on and turn it over to the top as Kaylee Ray waits in the on-deck circle. And the Vita Pita chance break out from the Falcon dugout. A unique and special chance each one of these players get from their teammates. It's part of the reason why you love this team's energy and what they bring, and it's the same way on the Walsh Jesuit Warriors side too. It's the way they play the game, and it's just infectious not to fall in love with the way both these two teams find their success and how they've been able to do it with great high character athletes up and down the order. The 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1. Kelty. Staying patient at the plate. As Sousa and Shawlitz have a quick conversation in between the plate and the circle as everyone's resumed position. 2-1 the count on Kelty. Kelty wants to call for a time. Sousa ready with a 2-1. Kelty slaps it in the hole between first and second, a base hit. Vita Kelty, the senior, comes up with some offense for Austintown. Put it to the top of the order and put the bat in the hands of Kaylee-Anna Ray. Ray is 1 for 3 today. Struck out looking her first time up, hit a single her second time around, and then grounded out to first. Rachel Spalding, the player originally in that spot, is going to run now for Kelty. Kelty gets a big high five and a bunch of love in the dugout. Came over to the Falcons team this year for her senior year, and boy, oh boy, this Falcons team has taken right to her, and she's taken right to them too. Personalities, they just gel and work so well together. You should have seen, she got beat up pretty bad going through that dugout with all the head smacks for delivering in that one-out single. Kaylee-Anna Ray now up to bat. She shows bunt, and that one goes back to the fencing. 0-1. Spalding, solid speed at first. The Falcons really haven't tried to attempt taking extra bases against Sousa today. Rather trying to do it the old-fashioned way, work them around with hits or try to play a little bit of small ball with bunts to move runners over. Quickly the count 0-2 on Galeana Ray. I don't think she struck out multiple times in a game yet this season. Sousa might be the first that can accomplish that prior to timeout by Galeana Ray. Ayla Ray in the on-deck circle for the Falcons as well. Pitch to Galeana. Ball outside. 1-2 the count. Falcons scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the third. They added a run of offense in the bottom of the fourth on a walk to Morgan Roby with the bases loaded, giving them their 3-run advantage here in the fifth, but chance to potentially add more. Runner at first, 1 down. Pitch to Kayleana Ray, gets past Shawless, and it's going to allow Rachel Spalding with a heads-up base running to get into scoring position. And with the bat of the Ray sisters, gives them an opportunity to potentially add 1 more at the speed of Spalding, now at second. Two the count on Kayleana. 1 for 3 today against Sousa. Runner in scoring position in Spalding, the 2-2. Hit that one out towards right center field. It'll hang up, and center fielder tries to make the catch. Tepley, it hits the heel of her glove. Coming around third to score is Spalding. Into third, Kayleana Ray. And that'll get the Falcon dugout fired up. They lead it by 4. Go as an RBI triple for Kayleana Ray. Tough play for Tepley. She had to jump for it, hit her in the heel of the glove, and just fell short of the mark. But the Falcons, a productive out, can put them at the 5-run mark. And that's a big number for Austintown Fitch, considering that Sydney Watts has only given up 5 runs twice in her pitching career at the high school level. 1 against Green, 1 against North Canton Hoover, both of them coming in the playoffs her freshman year in the 2022 season. Ayla Ray's going to be up to bat with Kayleana at third. You may see suicide squeeze play initiated here to get that 5th run across, but then again, you're always all right with Ayla Ray, the ace of bases, swinging away in any situation. Big for the Falcons that they started scoring in the third, but it's the adding on of offense each inning since then, creating more distance between themselves and the Warriors. Sousa, the runner at third. First pitch to Ayla Ray. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Anything lifted to the outfield is likely to score Kayleana Ray at third. Any slow grounder on the infield also gives a good chance of that. Sousa would love a pop fly or a strikeout in this situation. Line out wouldn't be bad either. They're going to try for the suicide squeeze. They'll take the out for the run. Kayleana scores on the delayed run. So fast is Kayleana Ray. 2nd out of the inning. 5th run scores for Falcons. They lead it with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 5th. Give the RBI on the squeeze play by Ayla Ray. Abby Toth up to bat. Ball 1. Hit out to right center field, and it'll drop in front of the right fielder all the way to the fence. Abby Toth turns and gets into second safely as the inning continues for Austintown. Third hit of the day for Abby Toth. She's been aboard all 4 times for the Falcons. Bring up Kylie Folkwine. Hit back and foul. Kylie Folkwine up to bat 0 for 1. 0-1, the count starts on her. She's 1 for 3 today. Fielder's choice, fly out to right, hit a double her last at bat. Runner in scoring position for the Falcons and Abby Toth. They have 2 runs home already this inning. Looking for more. The 0-1. That's hit out towards left field. Got some carry to it. Folkwine sends it out of here and put an exclamation point on this bottom of the 5th. The Falcons lead it by 7. Kylie crushes it over the Horizon League sign in left. Now bring up Sydney Watts. Watts 1 for 1 with a single. She's been intentionally walked twice today. Ball 1 to Sydney Watts. Watts batting with the bases empty. Falcons with a massive 7-run advantage here in the 5th. Strike 1. Watts with the count, 1-1 on her. She's been aboard all 3 times today. She'll take a strike. What a home run shot. 1-2 the count. Apologies. What a home run shot, though, by Kylie Folkwine. 2-run dinger to left. A 4-run 5th for the Falcons, and they've really opened up things here with a 7-run advantage here in inning number 5. 1-2, 2-2. Two and two. Count on Watts. Pitch from Sousa. That's hit out to left center field. That's got some carry, and that one will leave the ballpark, hitting the fence, netting all the way out in left center field. She will put a charge and a half in that one. You might need to break out a second tape measure to find out where that one lands. Shockwave at the plate. 8-run lead for the Falcons here in the 5th. th home run of the season for Watts, 102nd hit of her career. She now has 42 RBI this season. First pitch, ball to Morgan Roby. Roby Got an RBI off a walker last time up, but she's 0 for 2 overall. Sky pop behind the dish, and Shawless is going to find it into the leather for out number 3. The Falcons, though, with a 5 spot in the 5th, they open things up with an 8-run lead heading to the top of the 6th inning. Fitch in front by a lot as Walsh Jesuit trying to get a response when we get back.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
Top of the 6th inning, and the Warriors have 1, 2, 3 due up, but the Falcons with a big 8-run advantage in this game. You never say never in Diamond Sports, but Warriors are going to have a little bit of a tall task ahead of them. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Watts, most runs she's ever given up in a ball game, whether you're counting earned or unearned runs, most runs, period, given up while Watts has been in the circle has been 5. Both of those occurrences only happened twice, happened in her freshman year in 2022. As Watts has been a model of efficiency with her ERA, which stood below .50, 0.049 ERA she entered today's game with. She's going to be pitching a little more free and easy, you feel like, with the confidence of an 8-run lead, but that can almost take you out of your mojo as Watts starts out the count 2-0 to Tepley. Tepley walked, was caught stealing on the base paths, and put down a sacrifice bunt her last time around. 3-0 the count as the speedy Tepley looking to get on board at first. Called strike. Tepley wanted the 4-pitch walk. Keep her right there for at least one more. Falcons scoring 5 in that inning, highlighted by back-to-back home runs by Kylie Folkwine, a 2-run shot and a solo shot by Sydney Watts. Fitch has now put together 13 hits in the ballgame. Ball 4, Tepley walks, and that is the 5th free pass issued today by Watts. Second time she's walked Tepley today. She's scattered those 5 walks. Walsh with just the 1 hit today, a double off of Michaela McGee. 6 base runners total. And Zoe Schmidt, 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts. She'll swing and miss. Ball dropped by Folkwine, but Tepley staying at the first base bag. This point, though, you're not going to see, and I mean, I'd be surprised if you see aggressiveness in trying to steal bases, is you don't want to give up any outs when you get runners on. You need base runners, and you need as many of them as you can compile together if you're the Warriors. The 0-1 showed the bunt. It goes foul. 0-2. If you're in the Falcons' shoes right now with the 8-run lead, I think you're looking for the fact that you need 6 outs and you have an 8-run lead. You could trade outs for runs in this situation. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10 today for Sydney Watts as she fans another. First out of the inning. Runner stays at first. First pitch, it's a strike, 0-1. Michaela McGee has the lone hit for the Warriors today. She's 1 for 2 with a double. Struck out swinging, though, in her first at-bat. Runner at first, 1 down, top of the 6th inning. All Fitch to this point. Of course, a big shout-out to Macy's and our friend Jason Hill for being the presenting sponsor of this game and allowing all of you at home to tune in free of charge to this Elite 8 matchup, winner going to the state Final Four. Ball 1, 1-2. The Fairfield Indians defeated the Centerfield Elks by a score of 1-0. So the winner of this game will take on Fairfield in the state Final Four matchup at Akron Firestone Park. Ball up high, runner takes off, Folkwine can't corral it, and Tepley going to slide into second safely. Good read by Tepley at first, seeing the ball get away from Folkwine and getting those wheels moving. McGee looking for a second hit against Watts today, the 2-2. Brought that breaker, just missed the spot, 3-2. Umpires had a tighter strike zone today, but it's been pretty fair and even across the board, consistent to both teams. Not giving the river, not giving anything on the edges. A strike is a strike. The payoff. Chopper, third foul. McGee. Living to see another pitch. McGee just a junior for this Warriors squad, so you'll see her next year too, tearing it up once again for Walsh Jesuit. Trying to give the Warriors a big hit offensively here. Cuts and misses though as Watts sends her 11th down swinging today as she just continues to rack up the Ks. Two down, top of the 6th. Runner in scoring position at second base for Walsh Jesuit. And up to bat, Allie Shawless. Shawless walked and flew out to center. She's 0 for 1 officially today. Swing and a miss up the ladder, 0-1. The 0-1. Called strike. Shawless down in the count now, 0-2. Now the 0-2 to Shawless. Swinging a foul tip into the glove. Watts racks up her 12th strikeout of the day. As the Warriors strand a runner in scoring position, Watts another scoreless frame of work in the circle. Bottom of the 6th, all Falcons to this point. We'll be back after this.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
You can see these players, get to know these names, get to know these coaches at a more personal level than truly you ever did before. And I think YSN has been a big influential factor in bringing us that level of personal connection that we haven't seen any other company truly be able to do. If my legacy goes down as being the voice of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, I can hang my hat on that and be proud of it at the end of the day. My name is Ty Bartell, and my sports network is your sports network.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Bottom of the 6th inning, bottom of the order for the Austintown Fitch Falcons. 7, 8, 9 due up. That's Sam Severn, Lily Stevens, and Rachel Spaulding. Severn, 1 for 3 today. She got the scoring going with that big 2 RBI single back in the 3rd. And the floodgates started to open since that point. Falcons 13 hits, 8 runs scored today. And it was that bottom of the 5th highlighted by back-to-back home runs by Kylie Folkwine and Sydney Watts that really busted things open here for the Falcons. Pop up, infield. Sousa says she has it. She does, retiring Severn. Second time Severn's gotten underneath it to pop it up to Sousa. 1 away. Lily Stevens has had herself a fine game out of that 8-hole. She's walked, she's hit a single, flew out to center most recently. All in all, 1 for 2 day, reaching twice. And the one unsung hero that you have to talk about in that bottom of the 5th inning is none other than Vita Kelty. Came on with 1 down in the inning, nobody on, and lined a single into right, turned it over to the top of the order. Kayliana Ray hit the RBI triple. Ayla Ray had the sack bunt RBI, Toth the double, then a back-to-back home runs by Watts and Folkwine. Spearheaded by Vita Kelty coming off the bench, cold and delivering a huge hit for her team. And having that senior coming off the bench in your back pocket is always dangerous. I always say one of the hardest batters to retire, doesn't matter the skill level during the season. It's a senior that could be potentially playing in their final game and potentially facing one of their final at-bats. Swing and a miss. Stevens down 1-2 now in the count. The 1-2. Stevens takes up high, 2-2. Now the 2-2 to Stevens. Threw the bat at it, fouled it away. We'll live to see another pitch. Falcons bottom of the order. 7, 8, and the 9 spot have all contributed at least one hit today. And that is the mark of successful softball, especially in the postseason. It can't just be the top 5, top 6 in the order. You need to have some contribution from everybody. And you don't need them to be going 3 for 3 or reaching base every time. But you need to know that 1 through 9 is always a threat to get on base. And having that opportunity to turn it over to the top, like the Falcons did in the 5th, has been the difference in this game. Roller to short. Jumping on it is Brown. She'll toss to first. He'll retire Stevens. 2 away. Rachel Spalding now batting with 2 down in the inning. Top of the order looming with Kayliana Ray up in the on-deck circle. Spalding 0 for 2 today, looking for her first official hit against Sousa. First pitch finds the zone. Spalding down in the count, 0-1. Five, 6, and 7 in the order for the Warriors would be due up in the top of the 7th. Ball 1, 1-1. Falcons in danger of being sent down in order. It would be the first time in the ball game that either team would have been set down in order. The 1-1. Called strike. Nice delivery by Sousa on that location. 1-2. Looking for the final out. Sousa's 1-2. Above the zone, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming from Sousa. Checking the sleeve again. Trying to get on the same page with the call. Has it. Now the 2-2. Ball 3. Count full on Spalding. Now the payoff from Sousa. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Sousa fires to first for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Falcons, and 1-2-3 go either of these teams' batting orders for the first time today. We go to the top of the 7th as the Warriors down to their final 3 outs to do something here in this regional final contest. Ty Bartell, your sports network, with the call of all the action when we get back.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
We'll see some scattered showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder or two.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Klin.
Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370.
Top of the 7th inning, Falcons are 3 outs away from a repeat trip to the state Final Four, but the Warriors might have something to say about that. Renee Brown leads things off. First pitch, foul it back to the fencing, 0-1. Brown's 0 for 2, popped up to third and then grounded out into a double play. 1-3-2 double play. That kept the run off the scoreboard back in the 4th. An incredible play all the way around by Watts to Toth back to Folkwine. Renee Brown, Mia Berquist, and Ella Gerard all due up in the inning. Foul it back. 0-2. We mentioned the Fairfield Indians defeated the Centerville Elks 1-0 in a pitcher's duel in that one. Fairfield waiting in the state Final Four for the winner of this one. That will occur next Friday at Akron Firestone Park. A 2-strike offering from Watts. Liner, foul, third base side into left. Grounder to third, it's foul. How about Wheelersburg losing today as big upset in the, I mean, nothing's really an upset once you get to this range. As base hit, though, by the Warriors. Renee Brown, she slaps a single to left, and that'll bring some life into this Walsh Jesuit squad. Wheelersburg, though, dropping a ball game against South Webster, so it'll be South Webster and South Range on Thursday, May 30th, with a 5:30 p.m. start time in that state semifinal matchup. First base occupied, second hit of the day for the Warriors. Berquist takes a first pitch strike. Falcons are more than comfortable trading outs for runs at this point, needing 3 to book their ticket back to Akron. Warriors, though, looking to stack hits, stack base runners, however you can get them, you'll take them. Watts, not messing around, firing 2 straight strikes, saying, come and get me, 0-2. Runner at first, the 2-strike offering from Sid. Little tapper to second. Severn will toss to first, get the first out of the inning. Runner advances to second base in Brown. One down. Top of the 7th, Ella Gerard up to bat, 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts today. She'll foul it back to the fence, 0-1. Well, that's 100-plus hits offensively in her career, 800-plus strikeouts as a pitcher in her career, and she's just a junior. Called strike 2, 0-2 now on Gerard. The 2-strike offering to Gerard now. Little slapper to short. Ayla Ray gonna take it and hold it. First and third occupied with one down. Single by Gerard brings up Natalie Sousa. First and third set up for the Warriors. As Watts attempting to get through the order a third time today. Sousa 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. She walked in her last plate appearance. Foul, tip it into the glove. It's 0-1. Watts into the rock that stepped the fire, missing that 1-1. Warriors would love to get the top of the order up at least one more time in this ball game. A 1-1 to Sousa. Called strike. Little delay on the call, but it's there. Says the home plate umpire, 1-2. Sousa, the Minnesota commit, steps back into the box. The 2-strike pitch, it's up high, 2-2. Two the count, 2 on, 1 down, top of the 7th. Watts, 2-2 to Sousa. Right back to Sid, she'll take it. Fire to first, Toth there for 1 out, and they'll throw right back to the plate. Folkwine will hold them there, second and third occupied now, but Walsh Jesuit down to their final out. Brianna Wise walked and struck out swinging. Today she's 0 for 1 officially. Falcons 1 out away from a repeat trip to Akron. 2 in scoring position, Walsh Jesuit trying to breathe life into the team. First pitch to Wise. Ball 1, 1-0. Top of the order, and Sienna Tepley awaits in the on-deck circle if Wise can get her there. Ball 2, 2-0. Wise ahead in the count, the 2-0. Swinging and missing. Took her hack. Tried to deliver with a big-time hit. Count will move to 2-1. The 2-1. Flare into right field, a base hit. 1 run scores for the Warriors. 2nd run scores. Throw to first, back in safely as Wise. And Walsh Jesuit battling to the final out. They break up the shutout, scoring 2 runs batted in for Brianna Wise. Sienna Tepley, runner at first, 2 down in the inning. 0 for 1 today. No official at-bat today. Walked twice, and she had a sacrifice bunt, her second plate appearance, so no official at-bat today for Tepley. One strike pitch, foul it away, and the Warriors down to their final strike of the season. Trying to pass the baton to Zoe Schmidt, waiting in the on-deck circle. Tepley into the box. Watson the circle. Runner at first. 2 runs home for Walsh Jesuit here in the 7th. Trying to keep this inning going. The 0-2 pitch from Sid. Called, strike 3. No, it's off the plate. I heard a motion call, but no 1-2, just off the dish. Very close, but I've been saying too, nothing, not giving an inch as this home plate umpire. A strike is a strike, and he's been consistent both ways. The 1-2, up high, good fight by Tepley. The count's even. And Folkwine gonna have a quick conversation. Watts says, I don't need it. Tepley with the 2-2 count on her. 3 hits in this inning by the Warriors. They have 4 in the game. 2 runs scored as well for Walsh Jesuit. The 2-2. Ball 3, outside, 3-2. Watts even thought she had it. She said, let's go. Watts with the call. The payoff pitch. Foul ball. We'll do it again at 3-2. Count full on Tepley still. She's battling up there. Runner at first, 2 home already for the Warriors in the inning. Prior to the pitch, timeout called by Tepley. The payoff. Above the letters, a walk, and still alive are the Warriors. Zoe Schmidt, 0 for 3, struck out swinging all 3 times today against Watts. She's fourth at bat today. Watts gets ahead with a strike, 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, and again Warriors down to their final strike. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 as the Austintown Fitch Falcons have booked their ticket back to the state Final Four, handing the Walsh Jesuit Warriors their first loss of the season by a final score of 8-2 through 7 innings of play. The Falcons move to 21-1 on the year as the 10th ranked team in the nation. Back to the state Final Four where they will play the Fairfield Indians on Friday, May 31st at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, Walsh Jesuit, suffering this defeat in the regional final round, will go to 22-1 on the season as a heartbreaking defeat for the Warriors, but nothing to be ashamed of overall. Great season by Walsh Jesuit. Fantastic season by Natalie Sousa. So excited to see what she's going to be able to continue to do at the collegiate level with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. We certainly here are always rooting for her and continued success at the college level. And for all the other young ladies, too, and all the other seniors of this squad, a big congratulations to the season that you young ladies have had, and the best of luck moving forward from us here at ysnlive.com. What a game, folks, as we are continuing to move on. The Falcons story not done yet. They're getting back to the state Final Four. They'll take on Fairfield. Like we said, May 31st, 3 p.m., you could expect us to have coverage of some type in that one. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of high school softball on your sports network. To our proud owners, both DJ Oakley and Brian Scott, who were able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance today. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who with his work with Bobseen Park Baseball, YSU Football, and YSNLive.com, the many hats that Mr. Leslie wears, and we thank him for each and every single one of them. And most importantly to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities, you guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about. And so we thank you. If you're from the Walsh Jesuit community out in Cuyahoga Falls supporting your Warriors, we want to thank you for your support of the Warriors and hope you enjoyed this taste of YSNLive.com. Also like to remind you, YSN Live is a completely free service to schools, so if you want to find out how to get the Warriors in the YSN family, contact us, email us, in fact, at info@ysnlive.com. That is info@ysnlive.com. Again, YSN, a completely free service to schools, so contact us to find out how to get your school signed up today. Or if you're here in the Austintown community supporting the Austintown Fitch Falcons, we want to thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Austintown Fitch Athletics, but also ysnlive.com. Or wherever you may be in the sport of high school softball, this is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good day, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.